ayebusia for some activity na yema obibia akwaba enra ana MPP amanye kono issue letter de eba amantene se omo disqualify aspirant a omo eyomuti se omo press obedi MPP amanye kono enim no ade se omo disqualify ba ko a ono engineer Kwabena Agyapong ne nyina 4.6 million Ghana cedis bia anka wo so wotua after filing fee no na mmom no waye na gen se wontua na empo no osanso etro enkrata edeko ekoma MPP mpenifo was asika no eho enam so ama after the vetting process ni ade nyina MPP mpenifo finally wo maba montene se enya de se omo ebetumi ede engineer Kwabena Agyapong the din aka aspirant kwakwato omoso aba nyame ya domo 31 January 2026 no esan say sa sikatwitwi dia 4.6 million Ghana cedis no want to me enti anase wa na jinse wontia enti wo mo ejina so disqualified na mbom no in fact ensame ebeto odua de enye asenketo mpanifo bebre na ana akasa de afam abusia enye asenketo eno ana manfo bi ebusa se enti wo de beko court ana se sign ana wo wosi enema afa yenyina nu se oye press conference bi a chese one central for akasanom ne ade ebusia enye asenketo yenkwe na yenti ensama hodo a ebusia eboboba ede free sa ensam no emu a enye asenketo yeba de omu bia no ye de beto aso
so say Kwabena de obisa question Kwabena Agyapong disqualified from NPP race enti eno ena ewo ho eno na godon unse da no ba ha no menene bibisa ne ho asem emo take time in fact say dey take major part of our interview emo chichi mu an into of say enye league and all that
yes
but godon say oman disqualify no so a eno so be hardwin we are told say anhwe yi a Kwabena Agyapong will be disqualified for not paying the development fee. A basic requirement.
I want you on disqualified because I sack myself. I brought a communal. A mere woman.
Yeah.
Set up a sort of contest. Offer for my bet you are saying. Over file our bet. And this all of no one. It means that one because I don't get ready so beko.
Yeah.
And the only dear sad in the battle because the man disqualified the next of coffee at any moment in our Saba.
Because then the book can say, and a wanko.
And he said,
so I started the show with a breaking story. Now there's an update of the breaking story, and the catcher was say, a year Kwabena Agyapong are all press obey to Frank Adiama MPP no or my disqualify no because a year 4.6 million development fee we shall for with mean Chiaka. It's the vetting committee has recommended say yen disqualify no. And the National Council, the NEC, almost Agyapong, and then they have communicated to him, say they have given him 48 hours to mobilize the funds, So that is the only window of opportunity or work. After 48 hours expiration, it was for Kwabena Agyapong will not be on the ballot paper, and we had January 31. It's an pay former General Secretary of the NPP, Kwabena Agyapong, for our contested presidential candidate in Penny. But this time, Onya Sakuyan contested, basically because he was unable to pay the 4.6 million development fee. It's at disqualified. He has between and there any close of day tomorrow, 48 hours to mobilize the funds. Now, so to me, yes, a party paid for Edney Ding a Sambet a year. Listen, now 5 years can't want some necessary. Gradually, about the 4. So the 4 are my film. Dr. Bawumia, Agyapong, Bryan Acheampong, Dr. Bryan Acheampong, and Dr. Adutwum. But Kwabena Agyapong, the which are for Mono Kasei, you disqualify from the race until say. Here's the caveat until say. Obviously, mobilizes our 4.6 million development fee, on Timmy and contested in this election. That is the information. We've been trying to reach him before the doom. But and I'll pay you hearing it for the first time. Or a party we say you disqualify a year Kwabena Agyapong, former General Secretary of the NPP, and also to Franka edema party no ebisafo bidin at the Kwesi Parker Wilson.
Just a little insight into my vision, and I believe that it's important to create wealth in this country. To do so, you need to set up a good initiative, especially for the lands of Ghanaians who have been robbed in the past of their own entitlement. So I'm going to put together a proper initiative to ensure that, one, most lands are titled, because when lands are titled, it gives an opportunity for the owners of the land to be able to unlock capital. And that can help them to open up their farms, to do business, to have access to quality education and quality health. And I think it's very important. And it will also protect, the real ancestral owners of our lands. We won't have a situation where the resources that Lord Almighty has bestowed on us will be appropriated without proper compensation, especially to foreign interests. And that's something that I'm very passionate about. And so those are the few things I wanted to say today, that we need to restore this country. And those values, what I talk about, the triple S doctrine, service, sacrifice, and selflessness. That we also have to restore meritocracy, professionalism, back to the workplace, and reduce the overly politicized nature of society. I mean, Ghana has become too stridently divided. And I think we have to look at the national interest, things that would help this country grow. That's what I'm passionate about. So,
beyond this internal contest, or after the internal contest, the MPP will continue to be there. One of the key things that were raised post the MPP's defeat was that the internal wranglings, your opponents ended up using
what is important is that you have to listen to my message. Everybody knows that I have a record of diplomatic speak. I'm not one who is given to effusions. I don't do that. I have strong emotional intelligence. I have led with integrity. Everybody knows my record in public service, serving as press secretary to President Kufuor. So if you are talking about myself, I'm not here to speak for others or speak about others. But anytime I've launched my campaign, it's about issues. And I'm calling all my other competitors. Let's have a proper debate. Let's elevate the discourse. That's what is important. The Ghanaian people, they deserve to know our views on major national issues. The party delegates deserve to know. So this is not a popularity contest. You understand? So they need to test our views on major issues. And I think that if they submit themselves to a debate, that will be very good for all of us. And it will change the atmosphere that seems a bit poisoned now, and so that we can restore ourselves to proper democracy, a democracy that will let the younger generation feel at